So looking at this current Bitcoin price action, we can see, guys, the price of Bitcoin right now is flashing us a very interesting scenario. A scenario which is pointing us where the price in the immediate short term, where the price for the coming days might be possibly heading. So before I start talking about it, I want you guys to do me a favor and quickly destroy that like button. And to those individuals watching this are the first time, to hit that subscribe button. And also a quick reminder, if you haven't claimed these bonuses, these free bonuses from Bybit, Phemex and OKX, then I suggest you guys to check the video description. Now, first thing first, let's look at this rising wedge. A rising wedge is a bearish continuation pattern, and after breaking the support from this lower trend line, you can see the price of Bitcoin also started to free fall. But if you look at it right now, the price of Bitcoin looks like it might have found support. But please don't get trapped in this price action, because price right now looks like it might be showing a bullish continuation. But since we have already broken out of some of the key line of support, this might be just a temporary movement before continuing with this actual trend duration. I mean, the price already from this rising where it sits in between 50,000 52,000. So even if the price gets attracted back towards this 0.5.61 Fibonacci line, it might be just a temporary relief rally, and price after that could be heading towards the original trend duration, and in this case 52,000. And why this area is so important, 0.5.618, because exactly around that area we also have the resistance from this CPR indicator. Yes guys, this trend line is looked as one of the most important line of resistance which we have to overcome into support if we want to invalidate this entire bearish move. But as long as the price remains below this trend line, any sort of a rally will be just a temporary rally, and price after that is expected to show another continuation here to the downside, because we are aware if the monthly candle closes below 61,600, we are going to form a descending CPR, and we know descending CPR only gets formed during downtrend. So this candle must break the resistance from the CPR indicator if you want to invalidate all the bearish scenario which is lining up right now. But it won't be that easy. And why? Because beside the resistance from this CPR indicator, beside the resistance from this 0.5.618 Fibonacci line, we also have resistance from this Williams alligator indicator, which is about to flash a bearish crossover. Yes guys, this line, this green line appearing at the bottom, blue line at the top, only happens during downtrend. So since the price of Bitcoin also looks like getting attracted back towards this Williams alligator indicator, please do not get fooled. That might be just a temporary rally, because we have seen in the past price action after this bearish crossover, each and every rally has resulted in a bearish move. I mean, after this rally, we had a new lower low. Same thing happened here. We had a relief rally, but after getting rejected around this Williams alligator indicator, we formed a new low. So that's why, guys, that's why we have to be careful, because this will be acting as additional resistance for Bitcoin around 61 to 63,000. So this trend line will be acting as resistance, which will also make this a bearish continuation pattern according to this rising trend line. Because if you look at this rising trend line carefully, this rising trend line has been looked as one very important support in a daily time frame, right? You can see each and every pullback around this trend line resulted in a very bullish move. But now, since the price of Bitcoin is clearly below this trend line, what should we expect next? A continuation like this. I mean, even if the price shows another bullish continuation like this, it could be very short-lived. I mean, price could be facing resistance from this exact trend line, which in the past price action acted as support, and we could be expecting another continuation like this. I mean, even if the price shows another bullish continuation here to the upside, this rising trend line will be acting as resistance, and at the same time this horizontal trend line will be acting as additional resistance. So you can see resistance from this rising trend line, resistance from this horizontal trend line, resistance from this Williams alligator indicator, resistance from this CPI indicator, and even the resistance from this 0.5, 0.618 is lining around that area. That means as long as the price remains below this key trend line, any sort of a movement, any sort of a bullish movement will be looked as a temporary bullish move, and price after that is expected to head towards the original trend duration. And why this is so important, because right now the price of Bitcoin is also following this descending triangle. A descending triangle is another bearish continuation pattern, and on my previous video I even showed you guys the month of September in general has been one of the most bearish month for Bitcoin in history. So that's why we are expecting the price of Bitcoin for a few days and even for the upcoming month could be bearish. But in general, if you look at the month of October, if you look at the month of November and December, they have been some of the best month for Bitcoin. So that's why what I'm trying to pinpoint is that even if the price in the medium short term starts following this descending triangle, price starts following this continuation, this bearish continuation, please do not panic, because even if this bearish continuation plays out, price getting attracted in between 40,000, 50,000, the worst case targets, I want you guys to simply zoom out, because in a bigger picture, we are aware Bitcoin before and after the halving, how it has reacted. I showed you this in my previous video, how each and every time whenever the price of Bitcoin was approaching the halving, what happened before, what happened after. I mean, before the halving we were following this rising trend line which got tested again and again, but each and every time whenever we got tested around this rising trend line, it acted as support. But the actual parabolic move happened when the price went through the halving, and this pullback was the final pullback before starting with a parabolic move. You can see same thing has happened again and again before and after the halving. Each and every time whenever the price got attracted towards this rising trend line, this expansion trend line, it has resulted in a actual parabolic move. So same thing is expected here. Even if the price for this month and for the upcoming month is going to be bearish, getting attracted back towards this 40,000-50,000, that might be just a retest from this rising trend line before finding bottom, before starting with an actual parabolic move. So that's why guys, that's why I want you to simply zoom out, because in the medium short term the price of Bitcoin looks bearish, but if we look at this overall picture, this pullback could be a great buying opportunity. I mean, even if the price starts showing another continuation towards this rising trend line, it could be a great buying opportunity, because in the past price action you can see, even with the help of this rising trend line, whenever the price of Bitcoin found support at this rising trend line, it resulted in a very, very bullish move. So same thing could be happening as well. So in case of doubt, I suggest you guys to simply zoom out. And in the medium short term, yes, we are witnessing this relief rally type of formation, because price is testing the support from this POC line. I mean, from this volume profile, this is our POC line, point of control line, and this is the area where the most trading activity occurred. So that's why this area around 58,000, 59,000 is very important. So this is another reason why price is fighting to hold this ground. But I just want you guys to be careful. Even if the price starts showing a move like this, that might be just a temporary pullback, because parallelly the price also looks like following this rising channel or ascending channel, where the upper trend line is acting as resistance and lower trend line acting as support. So if we see another continuation playing out, you can see what is expected, a rally to the upside, and after that, right, and after that price following this bearish continuation pattern. I mean, this looks like a bear flag type of formation. So that's why guys, that's why to avoid this bearish move, right, to avoid another bearish move like this, we have to come across this CPI line, come across this Williams alligator indicator, come across this 0.5, 0.618 Fibonacci line, and even across this rising trend line. So it won't be that easy. It won't be that easy for Bitcoin to break out of this key line of resistance. But until then, we are going to look this as a buying opportunity. I mean, even if the price starts showing weakness, we are going to see this as a buying opportunity. And I personally am going to accumulate more Bitcoin once we see the price getting attracted in between 40,000-50,000. So this is what I wanted to share with you in this video. If you enjoyed my work, then please guys, please do not hesitate to destroy that like button, and to those individuals watching this for the first time, to hit that subscribe button. And also a quick reminder, if you haven't claimed these bonuses from Bybit, Phemex and OKX, then definitely check the video description. And by saying this, I'm signing out until next time. Bye bye.